few years ago, I had a chance to celebrate the 50th anniversary of parishioners that I knew out west, and they had 5 boys. And each of the boys, in describing mom and dad, were very clear. Dad was the law and order guy in the house. He would order the boys around. Raising 5 boys could not have been an easy thing to do. And sometimes he would get overzealous. Mom was always the mercy person. She would be the one to get her husband to back off a little bit, or maybe give the kids that got particularly called out by dad a hug or a voice of encouragement. And so I said at the Mass, at the homily, I said, this was a true case and where mercy and justice kissed. As a husband and wife team, they were able to balance these things. But in the end, the boys said, Mom was always the one who would persevere, the mercy person. Somehow always had a way with her love and her kind of motherly guidance to kind of keep everything afloat, keeping obviously the needs for justice and rules and all in the right place, but not to let the rules run roughshod. And so it is with God. It is mercy God desires, not sacrifice. What does he mean by that? The Pharisees are reading verses and taking a very hard view about what you could do on the Sabbath. But Jesus, the presence of God himself, said, let me be the one to interpret mercy and justice and how all that works. And at the end of the day, Jesus calls the Pharisees, the disciples around us, and all of us to make sure that mercy always triumphs over justice. Now, how can that be? How can that be? Because, as we know, sometimes our world goes amok, and we need law and order, people say. But for the Christian community, for the baptized, who are in relationship with Christ through the waters of baptism, through our confirmation, we are, God willing, and we are open to God's love all the time. Hopefully, as we receive this Eucharist, we become more of who Jesus is, the embodiment of mercy and love. Love that overcomes all things. Love that even loves the sinner, who might be in need of justice and mercy, but we see with the eyes of God, who is always one of mercy. If you want to read more about all this, I instruct you to go to this book from Paulist Press called Mercy, by Cardinal Casper, who makes the groundbreaking assertion, which is true if you think about God's nature, which is all love and all mercy. He makes the assertion that God's justice is mercy. At the end of the day, anyone who comes seeking mercy with an open and contrite heart to our God is granted forgiveness and life and mercy. Just like Hezekiah in the first reading begged for God to give him life, and it was granted to him, so it is for us in an even deeper way as we seek God's mercy and love. What does he promises us? He promises us love and life everlasting, life eternal, which is deeper than what he offered Hezekiah. What was that, 15 years? Through Jesus, life is given to us from this world into the next. And that is possible as we are able to receive the love of God and give it back to those who need love and mercy themselves. So as we have this great gift, sometimes our failure is that we share it so stingily with others, and we are called to give it away because it's inexhaustible. Give it away as quickly as we receive it, knowing that the Lord will always replenish that mercy and that love and that sense of balance of mercy and justice in our life. So if I were to sum up this homily musically, looking at our world this day and all of its troubles and all of its disparities and all of its arguments, God, Jesus, Cardinal Casper too, by the way, Paulist Press once again, would argue this: what the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. You can listen to the rest of the song later. May this Eucharist once again replenish us with love so that we may reach out to others in turn, keeping justice, peace, and love all in a sacred balance. God bless you.